What's happening? What's happening? Shout out to all those beginner investors and traders, entrepreneurs, college graduates, hustlers, anybody trying to make something out of nothing, legitimately. I wanted to talk to you fellow beginner investors, you traders, anyone that's investing in cryptocurrency and into the stock market at the moment, and see how you feel about the chaos that's taking place. You have the rules and the regulations that's being applied to cryptocurrency at the moment. You have XRP under fire, which it looks like somehow, some way, they'll come out of this lawsuit, somehow, whether it's a settlement, whether it's beat the case. I mean, somehow, some way they'll come out of it. But with all this confusion, with all these rules that are trying to be applied to cryptocurrency and everything that's happening with GameStop and AMC, and how we see the manipulation and the shorting of the stocks and the synthetic shares, with all this stuff taking place, as you can see, just for those beginner investors and traders out there, I do still hold AMC in this portfolio and another portfolio as well. So I'm still in the game, okay? I want you to know that. But what I've been thinking is like, damn, man, something big is about to take place, because in my mind, the way that I'm looking at this, that they are trying to really regulate the crypto market and the stock exchange, because it seems like retail has found the reset button and people have found a way to accumulate funds, and that is scaring certain one percenters, in my opinion. Reason for the GameStop halt, in my opinion, as well, which they've been halting the squeezes of several different stocks, if you're paying attention and not just hooked on AMC and GameStop, okay? Because with these squeezes, just 100, 500 shares, 1,000 shares would put Americans and investors in positions that will be life-changing. And this will put people in positions to give them clearer thoughts as far as what they would like to do with their lives, besides going to a 9 to 5 every day. Okay. And when you have these corporations, these businesses that aren't going to be run by robots in another 5 or 10 years, you still need people to package goods and services, or you still need employees. Let's just say that, okay? And that's one of the reasons why you look at this phenomenon, you have to ask yourself, what's going on? They have GameStop all, GameStop would have went over $1,000 the day that they halted it. Okay, the way that it was moving, the momentum that it had, the volume, it would have definitely went over $1,000 and beat out the Volkswagen squeeze, no doubt. Okay, and the only reason why, and another reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm an investor. I'm trying to learn more and more about technicals, because I feel like there's always something different, because I've seen different traders, I've seen different investors do different things when it comes to trading, and you can pick up your own way of trading and tracking stocks. Everybody's way of doing things isn't the same. This is another reason why, I don't listen to all investors. There's just a few that I may look into myself. And not to get off subject, it's just I think that retail has had an opportunity to change the narrative as far as what's taking place in the world right now, with this life-changing wealth that would have came if they wouldn't have stopped, these stocks from squeezing. And not just that, retail would have more of, it's just so much that would have taken place. Retail would have more hold on these blue chip stocks because you're talking about hedge funds and institutions that will get drained. If they have computers that are instantly liquidating so that they can fulfill requirements based on, the stocks that they've shorted and the shares that they've been lended, they gonna have to pay that back. So once you see the stock market drain and you start to see these funds, because a lot of the things that we're hearing, they try to kind of scare you with the stock market crashing and all that. We already had that happen a bunch of times. You hear about the 2008 market crash, but those same 3 to 6 million investors could pump the economy right back up, or the stock market, with the money that they're going to spend, because every investor isn't going to invest. They're looking to gamble. They're looking for Lambos. They're looking for big houses. They're looking to party in Miami and take trips all over the world. They're not thinking about buying a bunch of those blue chip stocks, getting them while some of these stocks will drop lower than we've ever seen them before. And you're talking about a new generation, a new era of investors that have gained knowledge and obtained a bunch of information and knowledge from the GameStop squeeze and the AMC squeeze and everything that's taking place in the market. And they will buy these stocks. They will buy the Amazons. They will buy the Microsofts. They will buy the Apples. They will buy the Berkshire and Hathaways. They'll buy these stocks because of the understanding that we've received through all this nonsense that's taking place in the market within the last year almost. So, that's what leads me to believe, all this is being calculated, not because they are trying to save the economy. They are trying to stop regular everyday investors from controlling the narrative. Because just holding shares gives you a right and gives you a say within that company. So just imagine investors owning 50, 60, 70% of a company like we do with AMC or GameStop. So I don't think a lot of people are putting, their real thinking caps on. They're just thinking about this as far as, well, yeah, that does make sense, and we do have to do that. They never protect the economy when they make mistakes, and the people have to deal with it. So that's one of the reasons why I say this comes down to psychology and understanding. And I'm not saying that I'm right. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an investing guru. I'm just saying that this is going to be a very calculated squeeze where investors are going to be able to take profits. Some will miss out and some will profit. And then they'll or it will be a situation, because I think it's going to pump again, or pump maybe 2 or 3 times again. And if you miss out, you just miss out until whatever starts to happen with GameStop and AMC in the future, because they definitely have a bright future if everything goes right. And based on the fundamentals, these companies, especially GameStop, you keep hearing me talk about GameStop because that is the company that I really put my money into, believing of the potential in the future as far as gaming and all the mergers and deals and partnerships that they can have because of where technology is headed, this VR space that we're in, digital. We're talking about haptic technology, Omni boards and stuff like that. It's all different types of things that are happening in a digital space that a lot of people aren't paying attention to. The gaming community is so big right now. You got India, you got China, you got America, and it's becoming, a real huge phenomenon. Gaming is a very, very, entertaining, and that right there alone could be big for GameStop. It could be big for AMC as well, and that's one of the reasons why I have my money in GameStop. Now, with AMC being a cousin of GameStop, or as far as the entertainment industry, or world, I feel like AMC has the potential to go over $100, $200 as well. I mean, not because of the investors and the future that it holds if they make the right partnerships and deals. I mean, it'll be phenomenal for AMC. And so, but with all the corruption and manipulation and everything that's taking place with the crypto exchanges and everything with the markets, it's not confusing. It's just, from everything that I'm reading and everything that I'm seeing, it's just like they're trying to figure out a very good way of taxing, which they aren't talking about taxing the rich, the wealthy. They're thinking about taxing us. And you hear, YouTubers talking about that, but you don't hear them talking about how they're talking about taxing the wealthy that are trying to run and hide from what they've been doing in the stock markets. They're talking about taxing the people that have basically capitalized off this stupidity that these people have committed. And that's the reason why all of this just doesn't make any sense. Either the stock market and the crypto is going to crash so that they can completely get back to controlling people, or they are going to figure out a way to let people get a little bit but configure it in a way where they can get their piece, which they always figure out a way to. And it's just like I said, man, it's just so crazy what's going on right now, and with me being all in, with crypto and certain stocks at the moment, I'm interested to see where it's going to go. And I'm also interested to see what other investors and traders think, because with the way that they're talking about the economy and, this will tank the economy, hyperinflation, which I believe I talked about as well, but I've also talked about the benefits of investors, and then the horror as far as what one percenters or the wealthy would think or feel if investors had that type of power and control, and I just don't think people really take that into consideration. You thinking about investors holding, 60, 70, 80% control of some of these or most of these companies, because that's what will happen. We talking about blue chip stocks tanking. And then not only will we, buy up and start owning and controlling most of those companies, this will be crazy. This will be wild. They're trying to hold people, in my opinion, it's like they're trying to stop it, because most of that money will flow into crypto. A lot of people are, informed and have an understanding of crypto as well. So if they would have let GameStop go over $1,000, you would have been talking about investors would have been making hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and they would have been taking, I mean, just say if an investor would have made $1 million, they would have took at least 100, 200,000 of that and put it into crypto. And I'm pretty sure of it. Most investors at this moment are pretty smart and have an understanding of what is taking place in the financial space. So I just got a lot going on in my mind. I know it may be all over the place, but please give me your opinion about how you feel about where this financial space is going, with the stocks, with crypto. I feel like we have a good opportunity to prop up both markets, but it's always the government and the 1% trying to keep their grasp on it, rule with that iron fist. And with that taking place, it's hard to get excited about these spaces and the production that they will have when people are trying to regulate it in a way that best suits them. You see? So just please tell me how you feel. You know, it's crazy right now. And with everything taking place, I just think that it's a lot of retail investors, including myself, that would have got caught up in these bangs, and we would have had money. And some of us already have made that life-changing money. But they already know, based on how many, people are in. They have computers that have quantum technology that go at speeds that are unimaginable, and they know how many people are in these spaces, and they know how many people are involved in these stocks that could be squeezing if they would let it. And they know the mindset, not 100%, but of some of us. And they know that a lot of us would take this money and change the world. And that is something that, in my opinion, that, they're trying to, make sure that they regulate and just set whatever rules and regs that they can to stop this wave that seems like they can't stop, that it seems like they can't stop, of change that's coming. So, let me stop rambling. Tell me how you feel about AMC, GameStop, all these other shorted stocks, and lawsuit with Ripple, XRP, rules and regs that they're trying to put on cryptocurrency, please, because right now that's what's keeping the market stagnant, these markets stagnant. And I think it's allowing a lot of these like YouTube content creators to constantly, because there are a lot out there giving a great information, and they always find different ways to reinvent how they're trying to bring, understanding to what's taking place. But you have a lot out there that are regurgitating the same thing, and they just know that a lot of people don't understand, and they won't understand, and they're just using different titles, and they're just keep constantly pulling people in, but they have no real agenda of really teaching you anything different, or really bringing you real heartfelt information, so that's just how I feel, man. Let me know how you feel about what's going on with all these rules and regs, man, and the hold up to AMC and GameStop. I think AMC is going to take another, if it squeezes again, it's going to happen, right? I think it'll go past 70, 80 this time, but I advise, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I'm going to do, I have price targets at 50 and 100, and I'm going to sell at those price targets. And I've bought enough that I have in separate portfolios to wait and see if it happens to squeeze over $1,000, so, I felt like if I can make 40 to 50,000, and anything over that is just, great. So that's how I feel. Tell me how you feel. It's your boy. I'm out of here.
They out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They out there. They're panicking. Look at them.
Now, you're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market. And you're part of it.
Something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute?
After everything we've done for you.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put y'all in the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it. I won.
I lost. $1.
Thank you, Lewis.
After you.
Certainly.